Let me ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself putting things off that you know you should be doing? Today I'm going to share 7 practical steps that will help you overcome procrastination. And straight away, let's go into it. So the first one is a 30-day procrastination challenge. What's this all about? See, most of us put things off that we know we should be doing. And the first way to beat procrastination is to set yourself a 30-day procrastination challenge. And what this means is anything that you feel you should be doing but you've been putting to the side, set yourself a challenge that you're going to tackle this in the next 30 days. You make a decision that no matter what, I'm going to do this thing I've been putting off in 30 days. And the other option you could do is every single day, tackle something new that you've been putting off. It could be something very, very tiny. It could be putting all your paperwork in the same place. It doesn't have to be something big. So try this 30-day challenge. It will help you beat procrastination. Even though it's something you've always wanted to start, what if you say, let me give myself 30 days to brainstorm and I'm starting this in the next 30 days. And for me, this is what I used to start my first personal development seminar. I know it wasn't in 30 days, but I gave myself 100 days. But give yourself a 30-day challenge. Okay, so number 2 is I want you to go distraction-free environment. See, most of the time, we distract ourselves with social media. We distract ourselves with TV. So I want you, when you go to tackle that project that you know you should be doing, but you've been putting to the side, first and foremost, take all your notifications off. Like, let me give you an example. See, right now, I'm shooting these videos on my phone, right? So if I didn't put my phone on airplane mode, guess what? If someone called, that would disrupt me. And sometimes I may end up putting off these videos I'm shooting. So I want you to go a distraction-free environment. Even clear your table. Anything that will distract you, anything that will take you away from doing that thing that you know you should be doing. Anything that will take you away from doing that thing that you've been putting to the side, but you know within your heart of hearts, it's something you need to do. But for some reason, you've been procrastinating, right? So I want you to try going a distraction-free environment. This will help you focus on the task at hand. And once you do that, you will start to develop momentum. And the other way you could deal with this distraction-free environment is to set up time blocks. You could say, in this time, I don't want to get distracted. Like myself, when I'm shooting my videos, like I said, sometimes I go to the park. Sometimes I just put all the time, in fact, when I'm shooting, I put my phone on airplane mode because I don't want anything to distract me. Because anything that will take away from what I'm doing, guess what? Sometimes I won't have the energy to come back to it, so I'm able to finish it off. Okay, tactic number 3. Oh, I love this one. Mess it up. M-I-U. If you write that acronym, M-I-U, mess it up. Come, what are you talking about? So, mess it up. Most of us, we don't try to do things because we want everything to be in place. We want everything to be perfect. You've had people who call themselves perfectionists. Most of the time, they never get to do anything, or they take years and years trying to make sure everything is perfect. Let me tell you, in fact, I want you to go back and check 4 years ago. I want you to check the way I started doing these videos. I didn't have a clue what I was talking about. I wasn't comfortable behind the camera. You know, I had to get notes everywhere, but now all I have is bullet points and then I just go in. So sometimes you just gotta do something even when it's not 100% perfect. So every time you're putting off something because you want it to be perfect, I want you to remember this. I want you to say to yourself, let me mess it up. Mess it up and just go ahead and do it. Because guess what? You will never get it perfect. So stop putting things off because you want everything to be in place. Mess it up. Mess it up. Mess it up. That's why I'm saying it a bit more so that it can get ingrained into your subconscious mind. When I'm coming to shoot these videos, sometimes I know I'm not my best, but guess what? I still have to shoot these videos, because it's more through shooting these videos that I'll become perfect at just standing up and shooting these videos just like this. So mess it up. Okay, number 4 is eat that frog fast. See, this is from a book that Brian Tracy wrote called Eat That Frog Fast. So what this means is, most of the time we put things that are hardest off, or we put them to the last, or we just put them off. So in this book, what Brian Tracy says is, do the task that's the hardest first and get it out of the way. That's what that analogy means, is eat that frog fast. So if you realize, it's mostly those needle point actions that will move us closer to our goals and dreams that we tend to put off. You want to write a book and you spend so much time researching that you actually never start getting that pen or getting on that keyboard and actually writing. And for me, let me share how I actually wrote my book. I'll come and talk about eating that frog fast. Every morning, I would set my alarm for 10 minutes and I will start writing. So what this analogy will help you is, you will get that thing off your mind. You will do it the first thing before anything else. Eat that frog fast. Do the task that's the hardest, or do the task that you know will lead you closer to your goals and dreams the first thing. Okay, next one is, I want you to start from the end. See, most of the time we put things off because sometimes we haven't even looked at what's needed. So starting from the end analogy is where you look at the project finished. The project is finished, and what you do is you work your way backwards. When you start from the end, it's like, how would your project look that you're putting off that when it's finished? And for me, again, the way I use this, I'm gonna share this story with my seminar, is when I first wanted to do my first personal development seminar, I was so scared. I kept putting it off. I kept putting it off. And the way I use this analogy of starting from the end is, I ask myself, if I was to do this seminar, what's the first thing I would do? Guess what? The first thing before I do the seminar is, I needed a place. Even without thinking about what I was going to talk about, I needed a place to hold the seminar, to call people, to call my friends and family. And guess what? I went to my local library, and guess what? I was able to book a place and a time. And guess what? Once I booked the place, I couldn't put up my seminar anymore because the place was booked. I told people, then I started thinking of, what am I going to speak about? What material shall I put about? What's the layout of the seminar? See, this will help you to really do something that will put off procrastination. Start from the end. In fact, Stephen Covey from the book 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, he shares this analogy of starting from the end. Okay, number 6 is, I want you to visualize that project you're putting off finished. See, visualization helps you to really get into how it would feel to finish whatever you're doing. Visualization puts you in the process, in the action of actually doing something. And the way you do this is you close your eyes and you really envision, you see yourself doing that activity. We all know athletes do this. Before they go onto that football pitch, they visualize all the moves. They visualize, if it's a basketball, shooting that basketball. If it's a football player, they visualize, if given that free kick, how they will execute it. They play out that scene in their head. What this will help you is, once it gets into your subconscious, it will help you start taking actions on those things that you know you've been putting off. And the last one, but not the least, is do it now. Tactic number 7, do it now. And what I want you to do is, I want you to develop this mantra, which says, I do it now. I do it now. I want you to keep saying it every day or every time you're going to do something. Say, I do it now. I do it now. I do it now. See, when you say this mantra over and over again, eventually it will sink into your subconscious mind. And when you're trying to put things off, guess what? It will click and you'll do that project at hand. So become a now person and say, I do it now. I do it now. I do it now. I do it now. And when you do that, eventually you'll become a person that does something now. You know, like what's the Nike slogan? Just do it. So when you start saying that slogan, that mantra, I do it now, I do it now, I do it now, eventually you'll beat procrastination by starting to do things on a daily basis. Those are the 7 steps I wanted to share on how to overcome procrastination. Let's go into them. Just a recap. Number 1 is 30-day procrastination challenge. Number 2, create distraction-free environments. Number 3, mess it up, MIU. Number 4, eat that frog fast. Number 5, start from the end. And number 6 is visualization. And number 7 is the mantra, I do it now. Those were the 7 steps on how to overcome procrastination. And do me a favor, if you like this video, if you know someone who's been procrastinating, share this video and also comment, and I'll see you in next weekend's video. Have a fantastic day. Mwah.